Hello everybody, it's nighttime. How y'all doing? A lot of stories were breaking today, but this one caught my attention. Talking about Windows 11 upgrade. The system requirements is going up. Now I'm a Ubuntu user, but on Ubuntu, let's say I want to use 20.4. I got to go above architecture i386 in order to use the Ubuntu 20.4. I'm using 18.4 right now, but 20.4 I got to go higher. So the same rule applies with Windows 11. Listen to this. Windows 11 will be a free upgrade, but the system requirements are going up. To run Windows 11, your PC needs a security chip called TPM 2.0, and you will need to make sure your machine has it turned on. Installation also requires an internet connection. Woo! Says here, if you already own a Windows 10 PC, then Windows 11 won't cost you a dime. On Thursday, Microsoft officially introduced the OS and said it will arrive as free upgrade this holiday season for Windows 10 PCs, as long as the hardware meets the system requirements. So the new OS actually requires more computing power than base system requirements for Windows 10. But perhaps the big stumbling block is need for a security technology called Trust Platform Module 2.0 TPM, which is better designed to store your login information. Not every PC has TPM, and if your machine does, you likely need to turn it on. To find out if your PC meets the Windows 11 requirements, you can download Microsoft PC Health Check app. We ran the app on newly built AMD powered PC and initially said our machine wasn't eligible to upgrade to Windows 11. Our PC was only Windows 11. Our PC was only Windows 11 eligible after we went into our PC BIOS settings and activate the TPM firmware, a process that may be too technical for the average consumer, not me. In our case, turning on TPM involves activating the FTPM setting on your Asus B55 motherboard. Then it says here, still we tried the PC Health Check app on other PCs, this time on a 4-year-old Dell XPS 13 laptop. The machine had enabled both TPM 2.0 and security boot, another requirement for Windows 11, but Microsoft apps still told us PC wouldn't be able to run the OS without specifying why. So it says here, the company hasn't explained the reason for a TPM requirement, but in a blog post, Microsoft said since launching Windows 10 6 years ago, a lot of hardware innovations has happened in the PC space. For Microsoft to move forward and take better advantage of latest innovations, we need to update baseline system requirement for modern PC. And it says here, the other notable change is how Windows 11 Home Edition will require internet connectivity and a Microsoft account to complete the device setup on first use. Then it says here, Windows 11 still requires the PC to have a 1 GHz or higher processor, but the specs now mention the need at least a dual core 64-bit chip or a system on a chip SoC. Windows 10, on the other hand, support 32-bit processing, although Microsoft began phasing out this last year. And it says here, minimum system requirement 1 GHz faster with 2 or more cores on a compatible 64-bit processor system on the chip SoC. It says your memory is 4 gigs of RAM. Storage is 64 gigs or a higher storage device. System firmware UEFI secure boot capable. TPM trusted platform module version 2.0. And it's a DirectX 12 compatible graphics / WDDM ×2. Display is 9 with HD resolution 720p. Internet connection, Microsoft account, and internet connectivity requires for setup for Windows 11 Home. And it says here, the other change involved the memory. Windows 11 requires at least 4 gigs of RAM of PC storage, an increase from 1 gigs of RAM to 32 gigs of storage needed for Windows 10. It said the graphics and display requirement are also going up. To run Windows 11, the PC needs a graphics card or a CPU compatible with DirectX 12, which launches in 2015. The machine also has to be connected to display with at least 720p resolution. In contrast, Windows 10 requires a GPU compatible with at least DirectX 9 and a display with an 800 by 600 pixel screen. Then it says here, the free Windows rollout will continue from the holiday into 2022. Some consumer won't need to install it immediately. To find out if your PC has TPM chip, go to search bar on Windows 10 and type in TPM, then check on security processor, which will let you know if TPM is installed on what version. And that is that. So you gotta have TPM on your computer to run Windows 11. You know, I mean, of course, when a new operating system comes out, the requirements always go up. You know, to stay ahead of the time and to keep up with the demands of today. So Windows 11, you know, you just got to check and make sure that, you know, your computer is up to date to run it. You know, and if not, then it's time to upgrade it or get a new PC that's Windows 11 compatible. You know, so it goes to talk about make sure your computer has TPM. You got to go in the BIOS setting and set it up, and then you got to download that Windows app to run on your machine to see if it is compatible with Windows 11. If you meet it, good. If not, then it's time to upgrade. You know, so it's good. But when you get a new operating system, you have to upgrade. Okay, look, like I told you before, I use Ubuntu. I'm a Ubuntu Linux user, and I use 18.4 right now. But in order for me to run 20.4, I got to go above architecture i386 to run it. I can't run it on the machines that I use right now, so I just got to wait until I get better hardware to run Ubuntu 20, and then also the next I think it's 22.2 next is the next Ubuntu that's coming out. So in about another 4 years from now or 3, so I have to be ready for that. But with Windows, it's the same thing. You know, the hardware is never the system requirement now, because every time a new Windows come out, the BIOS never stays the same. The BIOS always changes, and you know, that means you got to go inside in the CMOS setting and check everything, stuff like that. But other than that, all you gotta do is just, you know, download the free app that Windows give you, and then run it on your computer to see if you meet the Windows 11 requirement. If you do, good. If not, time to upgrade. But Windows 11 will be good, and all they're doing is just, Windows is still the same, but every Windows that comes out is to improve the infrastructure of Windows. From Windows 3.1 to Windows 11, it's all about, it was always about infrastructure, improving the infrastructure of Windows. So other than that, man, you know, it's something good to look forward to. So get yourself ready for Windows 11. You're probably going to get a new PC. You know, it's good to have like 2 PCs, one running Windows 10, one running Windows 11, so you can see the difference between the two and then go from there. You know? Or you could do a dual boot where you have Windows 10 and Windows 11 on the same hard drive. So you know, you got options. Other than that, Windows 11 is looking pretty good. Anyway, I'm gonna leave a link in the description box. with this article. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing. Borg Dark Side. Go. Peace. Oh.